Hello, and welcome to my look at Cruise Ship Manager for the Steam 2020 Next Fest October event here. So it looks like that you'll in the full version be able to change some things around with the settings, but to begin with, you're just going to be stuck here. Now, with a management game, there are kind of two categories of management games. One that where you have something kind of interesting and where you focus on generally the build up and managing a more and more complex system. And the enjoyment comes from managing those complex systems. Um, then there are other management games which kind of paste on the theme, and they're either they get more and more micromanagey, or they just never get to a more complex system and become a little bit more passive. And it's just there's not a lot of interest because the management never gets more complicated. Um, for people like management sims. Now, if you want something sort of like casual, just kind of I'm managing go around minding my business. Some of those more casual management games could be interesting as a choice. But gonna see here is if there's something you know more interesting, or if this is just something where it's like there's a basic system here, you know, and whether it has that good special thing or not. Um, hopefully we'll be loaded in here shortly. Just as a loading screen, just pictographic waves washing back and forth. Having a little bit of monotony. That. Come on, get yourself together. Um, but anyway, so I'm hoping we'll have a more interesting kind of thing here. Um, with the management game where I kind of see where it has potential to get to a more complicated system. Obviously, in a demo, I don't expect to get to that full complicated system. I just expect them to show me the basics of the system and tease where it's going to get a bit more complicated, and maybe add one or two layers of complexity to the work. Just enough to show you that things are happening that are going to be interesting. All right. Now, the other thing with some demos is they don't necessarily get everything compacted well. Maybe the code's a bit sloppy, so it takes a while to load, much longer than, if it was a fully developed game. Be there. So I'm hoping gets in here momentarily. But sometimes, that's just what you've got. All right. Let's see here. All right. So here we go. They've got a little tutorial here. So we've got this harbor panel, and it can show us, our cruise planner, build, crew deployment tickets, and a resource market. So it wants us to start here at the cruise planner. So here, this is where our boat is, and it's telling us we need to select a destination. We can select Crete all the way over here, which will take about 2 days. Recommended price 50. And here, less than a day, still 50. It's not only the quality, it's the distance that matters with this. So the fact that they're recommending the same price for a much longer journey, clearly not in there, but we go to build mode. Okay, so here we go. We can build utilities. We need a crew cabin. So we need to put a crew cabin. And we're going to just slot that in there. Come on. There we go. Good job. We need to keep moving. All right. Thank you. Here's build passenger needs work slots. So we've got 5 working slots and room for 3 workers. And another room. That's another 3 workers. And another 3. And these have X now because they're not connected to our entrance. And to connect, I'm putting in some elevators so you can move up and down. There we go. Let's continue these crew cabins right here. And we're going to have to put a little bit of corridor in here because I can't fit another room in there. And also, we're going to need to put some restrooms. So let's just put a restroom there to connect that. I'll put a second one there. There we go. Good connections. I think we also want a restaurant. Oh, that's the perfect size right there. So we're just going to go ahead and thwack in a restaurant right there. Entertainment-wise, it looks like we've got an indoor swimming pool is our big thing. So we could either put it up here, kind of, or I think we're going to put it kind of deep in the ship, and we'll put it like right here. Maybe we'll put some rooms behind it. There we go. And so now we definitely need some rooms. Got some large cabins. I think we're going to go with a few larges up on the top. There we go. Perfectly sized. And we're going to go here. Then we're going to go with some small cabins. Oop. Now, thankfully... Oh, there we go. Move button. Move rooms. There we go. Left. And boom. Can add a few more... Can add about 2 or 3 more rooms. We'll do the right-sided version here. There we go. And maybe a small right side over here. There we go. All right. So you've got lots of room on this boat for passengers, crew, all sorts of good stuff. All right. So we've built. We now need to go to crew employment. We've got 10 working slots. How many people? We can hire 18. Most skilled, and I'm just gonna hire them all. And we're gonna go to tickets. And tickets also has advertising. There's all-inclusive tickets, there's VIP tickets, so we're gonna set ourselves to 6 VIP tickets. We can have up to 24 passengers. Then the rest, we have the normal ticket price. We're just going to stay at 100% because we're a complete unknown. I'm going to click sell tickets. And bring in some money. 18 hundo. Very good. Resource market. Because we've got provisions, we've got fuel. So I think we're good. So now it's time to set sail. Yes. Let us go. Come on. Time to set sail. It's not that hard. We're just leaving port. The ship has departed. Stay vigilant. Things could happen. All right, now it wants us to assign work slots. Why are we having this big load screen? Okay, boat headed off. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pause to assign workers. Come in here, room management. So the tutorial on pause, which is not nice. So it takes a triple. It takes you have to click on the room, then you have to click show more when it shows less, and then you have to click again, where you finally get crew assignments. That's rather annoying. All right, so we assign workers. Don't unpause. I want to assign crew with there, so we filter by most important skill. Organization and engineering. You can be the captain. And there's another room member to assign, so I still need to assign my most important skill, engineering and safety. Safety. I may assign you last, because that's a janitor. A janitor is a low priority. Let's go to the pool. We need a lifeguard. Most important skill. We'll assign you for safety. Oh, nope. Restaurant. For chef, we want gastronomy. Why do we have the swimming pool? I still want the restaurant. Cook. You're already assigned. My most important skill. We'll take another good gastronomer. Alright, server. We need service. Lots of serving and gastronomy there. Let's get you assigned. Now, even though there are two, I can't assign them. I have to go to each one individually, which is a little annoying. This is a little big. If you have so many people to show, you kind of want to get it down. You know, make this wider and get more information so you can scroll through the people easier, because I'm only seeing like two and a little bit of another. It's like, okay, do I want to come here? Mr. Orange, you look to be good there. Alright. Engine, go to here. Again, triple click, not a good thing. Like, when you bring up a room, just show the big thing with everything in it. That should be the standard thing that you show. Alright. Most important skill. Engineering, assign. Engineering, assign. And for our last engineer, assign. Okay, so we've got engineers. Looks like we've got 4 there, and we need 1 more person assigned here, and then we'll have some extra crew as well. Assigned, assigned, assigned. Engineering and safety, you are the best alternative there. Alright, so now we have the entire crew assigned to what we need, and we have additional crew available. Come on, keep sailing. Game is giving me a little bit of trouble here. Go to Z. Alright, there we go. And so we have our progress here, people on board, crew, happiness. And we can kind of move our ship around here. People are getting on the elevator here. They've all kind of come up here. There we go. We've got our lifeguard on. Oh my. So apparently in each one of these things we can look at individual items within the room, like the bed and the toilet in the rooms. People are happy. That's good. Lots of people coming into the dining room here. Let's see. People are waiting. Even more people getting in there. Maybe they were in the pool and done with the pool. Alright, so anything happening? We're already 27% in. Nothing's going on. Nothing really to manage. Things are going along. Nothing super needs my attention. How's my crew doing? So as you see, their skills are getting a bit lower. I can have you assign, since you're a janitor, control those rooms. Here's my other members of the crew. Send a crew member to check that in. Alright. Passenger up there. How are things going? You're sleeping. Now, one thing that's kind of worrisome here is, like, if I click on the room, like, I'm not seeing, like, its repair and cleanliness. I have to click on the bed inside the room. Like, that should not be separate information. If I click on the room, I want to know about... I should not really have to click on this to bring up a sub-menu for what really should be this. I should click on the room and, like, bring this up, and cleanliness should also be... and repair should also be part of it. It shouldn't be for, like... you know, like in here, like there should just be general cleanliness, not like I have to do separate for multiple objects in the room. That's just, you know, if I want to have this cleaned, and I go by filter by work availability, and I just say you clean that. I should be able to do it from essentially this page. Now the other thing I'm also concerned about is I don't know, I can't click on, there's the crew member. Are they going to go off duty at some point? And do they get an automatic backup? You know, people are not liking how long it's taking for the elevator. Maybe I need more elevators on this thing. Something to think about. Lots of elevators. Lots of people wanting to go into the pool that we have down here. You were right there when the elevator opened. I don't know what your problem is. Alright. This is dirty. If I come here and click room is dirty, that does nothing. So I have to hunt around to like click on the actual dirt. And it's like, really? That's what I have to click on? I have to do all that. Someone is being sent there to clean it. Should arrive at some point. Oh, let's see, this bed looks dirty. Here, I assign you to clean it. Oh, it looks we're at 100% of our trip. This is kind of a little micromanagey. Like, okay, so we've used provisions, we've used some of our fuel. Goal, we've met final happiness. We met the happiness goal. So there we go. That's good. And we're gaining reputation. All sorts of good things. Finish cruise. All right. So we can pay now to do the clean, but we have a staff. So let's go back to Barcelona. Build. I don't really want to pay to put anything else. I'm slightly worried about it. So I'm just going to leave the ship as is. We still have everything kind of there. We've got our crew employment. We're going to bump up the ticket price to 110% since we gained a bit of reputation. Sell tickets. Everything is selling for a bit more money. Very good. Just a little bit of premium. And there we go. We sell everything. Tickets have been sold. We're got fuel. We've got provisions. We go to the resource market. So we'll buy 200 provisions. Fuel 2,000. There we go. Back to harbor. We have plenty to go on here. We're going to go ahead and set sail. Yes, we can't go back to expanding. And we'll take the trip back. And away we go. We want to clean. Click you to assign. So apparently what I'm having to go through now is essentially just go into all of these rooms and just kind of assign someone to do some cleaning. It's not very interesting. This is just micromanagement. Like, really? This is what you're having me do? Oh, that engine needs... At least they're fixing it. That's why I have the engineers there. You're there to fix problems. And these guys are now showing battery low, meaning they're... I've now got to manually reassign. They're all kind of there. It's like Really, people? I need to manually reassign all this? This is micromanaging. And I haven't really seen anything more, or where the game is going to get more complicated or do something more interesting. Because if all you have is like micro, like that's just like not something like, and especially since it's hard to micro because you have to click on an object in there, and I need to, swap these people out, but I'm, constantly having others having to clean. It's just not very interesting. So, unfortunately, this management game appears to be simplistic and micro-y of smaller things that should really be automatically taken care of. Like there should just be a cleaning. Like if I have engineers in maintenance, and that's just kind of like where the engineers hang out, the engineer should also do the engine, but also fix other things within the ship. If I have, there should be like a housekeeping room you build, and you assign, like 3 to 5 housekeepers there, and they just go and clean the ship. There's level of micro that's interesting and level of micro that isn't. And this is the non-interesting micro. And then when you're because that's all you do while you in between setting the cruises where you go is, you just micromanage, cleaner go here, repairer go here, manually deassign someone from a position and manually reassign someone. It's like, can I just set up shifts? Automate that, like a sane manager, rather than you work until I tell you can do something else. I'm just, at this could have been interesting, and it might have been more interesting if instead of getting through this, individual cruise ship as you're going between locations, I've done like, you build the cruise ship, you send it between locations, you put a crew on it, you provision it, and then in the beginning of the game, you only have like one ship to begin with, but then you start getting other ships, and it was more like a cruise line manager. That might be more interesting than an individual cruise ship. Or if there were more events, a little more narrative, less micro-y and more decision-y in the game, that'd be more interesting. But as it is, it's kind of a, well, it functions. Some of the interfaces are poorly designed. Again, click on the room. Should bring up everything. I shouldn't have to click on the bed or like a little tiny thing in there separately. It should be really easy. Even if I do have to click on the wheel after I hover over the room, I need to click on that. It should really be, I just click on the room. Click on that. If I want to have it, there's all this space here. It should be like, cleanliness, repair, or level of cleanliness, level of repair, send, cleaner, repair, if you're going to make me do that. But still, as is, it's, this could be, by the time you're getting to a Steam Next Fest demo, you want to be showing off something. This isn't just a technical demo to be like, look, we can make this, our programming works. This needs to be something where it's kind of showing off a bit more. And this game is just not at that level yet, where it feels more of a technical demo than a display demo. But thank you for joining me for this look at Cruise Ship Manager, and be seeing you.